I like your background.
Thank you. Who's up with me?
You have a cool one too, Saint.
Okay.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Can they hear you yet?
Yeah, they should be able to hear us now. Welcome everybody into GMS Podcast, episode 5. First off, the fuck was that?
I'm over here listening to it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck is this nigga doing? But first and foremost, let's start off with checking everybody's mentals, seeing how they doing. How you doing, Saint?
I'm good, bro. Staying busy, but I'm alive and I'm healthy, so I can't.
And then David, how you doing?
Good. Tired, good, busy, all that, but good.
Yeah, man.
I'm alive.
It's a tired time of year, man. There's a lot going on. A lot of crazy shit. So we down Justin again. We had a couple guests that said they was.
Is he still in Africa?
Yeah, he's still in Africa for another day or two, I think.
Okay.
We had a couple people that were wanting to get on, but they just didn't get on. So, so it's just the three of us again. What we're gonna start with today is we're gonna start with the tough stuff first.
Okay.
The past. Well, what I'm gonna do is, first off, since our last podcast, and we gonna talk about gun violence and
make sure you enable your screen share.
We're gonna talk about gun violence and gun control and things like that right now. We're going to start with letting everybody know that since our last podcast on May 9th, there have been 19 mass shootings.
Can we define mass shooting?
Mass shootings are shootings that cause at least 4 injuries or deaths.
Mm-hmm.
So there have been 19 of those since May 9th. We'll go through the line, or we'll go through the list, just the last 19. And we'll give a little moment of silence for the people that have passed away and are injured and affected with everything that's been going on. So in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 7 people were injured by a shooter. We got Elizabeth City, North Carolina. 4 people were injured by a shooter. In Houston, Texas, yesterday, and all these that I have named so far have just been yesterday. So Houston, Texas, 2 people killed, 3 people injured. Laguna Woods, California, 1 person dead, 5 people injured. I'm pretty sure that was at church. Amarillo, Texas, 1 person dead, 4 people killed. 1 person dead, 4 people injured. We're going to go to the 14th. Buffalo, New York. 10 people killed, 3 people injured. And we know that all those people that were killed were African American. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, after the Bucks game, 17 people were injured. Hot Springs National Park.
Sorry, technical difficulty. Sorry.
Oh, you good. National Park in Arkansas, 1 person dead, 4 people injured. In Chicago, Illinois, 4 people were injured. In St. Louis, Missouri, 1 person dead, 3 people injured. In Indianapolis, Indiana, 4 people injured. In Patterson, New Jersey, 1 person dead, 4 injured. Baltimore, Maryland, 5 people injured. Chicago, 2 mass shootings same day, 1 person dead, 10 people injured. Pretty sure that 1 person was a 17-year-old kid as well. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 4 people injured. Baltimore again, you had 1 person dead, 3 people injured. In Brookshire, Texas, 1 dead, 3 injured. Michigan, Detroit, 4 people injured. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 5 people injured.
Did you mention Sacramento? I cut out for a sec. There was one.
That wasn't within the last week.
Oh, okay.
So all those shootings happened within the last week. We'll start with just giving a moment of silence for all the people that were injured. And then we got a video to show you. The reason I liked this video was it portrayed so much. It showed so much in this 3-minute video. Because I don't think people know that we are only in May. This is only May. So after this moment of silence, I have Saint start the video. So Saint, let's do the moment of silence first. And then Saint, I'll let you go ahead with the video.
It's not just Buffalo. Just hours after that horror, Americans experienced at least 2 more mass shootings in 2 other cities. So far this year, there have been 201 mass shootings, and it's only May. CNN and the Gun Violence Archive define a mass shooting as one that injures or kills 4 or more people. As a reminder that gun violence spares no state, city, or town, these are the places where they've happened in 2022. Buffalo, twice. Milwaukee, 4 times. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Chicago, 9 times. St. Louis, twice. Indianapolis, twice as well. Paterson, New Jersey. Baltimore, 6 times. Philadelphia, 5 times.
Brookshire, Texas, Detroit, Tuscaloosa, Clarkson, Georgia, Lexington, Kentucky, Garland, Texas, Miami, 5 times, Fairfield, Ohio, New Orleans, 3 times, Sunnyside, Washington, Baton Rouge, 3 times.
Cali, Kansas, Beaumont, Texas, Lafayette, Louisiana, Springfield, Ohio, Tarpon Springs, Florida, North Charleston twice, Atlanta 4 times, Jackson, Mississippi twice, Jackson, Tennessee, Laurel, Mississippi, Bessemer, Alabama, Opelousas, Louisiana.
Biloxi, San Antonio 4 times, Phoenix twice, Birmingham, Myrtle Beach, Lafayette, Indiana, Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, San Bernardino, Petersburg, Virginia, Cincinnati, Washington, D.C. 3 times, Mountain View, Arkansas, Duluth, Portland 3 times, Furman, South Carolina, Sacramento, Pittsburgh, Baldwin, Louisiana, Columbia, South Carolina, North Las Vegas, Dangerfield, Texas, Syracuse, Stockton, California twice, Brooklyn twice, the Bronx.
Cedar Rapids, Elgin, Illinois, Willowbrook, California, Covington, Hartford, San Francisco, Dallas twice, Shelby, North Carolina, Monroe, Louisiana twice, Colorado Springs 3 times, Shreveport, Walterboro, South Carolina, Hollister, California, Cleveland,
Waterbury, Connecticut, Houston 3 times, Austin, Norfolk, Fayetteville, in Dumas, Arkansas, Madison Heights, Virginia, Fort Worth, New Iberia, Lansing, Fort Lauderdale twice, Irvington, New Jersey twice, Ozark, Reading, Rochester, Otaugaville, Alabama, Columbus, Aurora, Jacksonville, Knoxville twice.
And we're not done. Minneapolis, Hazleton, Louisville, Lubbock, Chester, Glendale, Vegas twice, Alexandria, Bogalusa, St. Paul, Omaha, Des Moines, Macomb, Mississippi, Durham, Charleston, Missouri, Turlock, California, Temple Hills, Maryland, Joliet, Illinois,
Racine, West Hollywood, Murfreesboro, Little Rock, Springfield, Romeoville, Fresno twice, Wilmington, Las Cruces, Corsicana, Texas twice, Blacksburg, Oroville, Raleigh, Winter Haven, Augusta, Bakersfield, Inglewood, Savannah, Brunswick, Eugene.
LA, Montgomery, Columbia, Kenosha, Peoria, Dillon, South Carolina, South Bend, Denver. 201 mass shootings in America this year, and unfortunately, still counting.
Can't fit them on the screen. It's basically everywhere.
Crazy.
It's insane. It's really even hard to say anything because like I don't believe either one of us is going through something like that when it came to someone being in our family being affected by a mass shooter. I know I haven't. Thank God. Saint, have you?
So that's what I was going to talk about. So it's hit pretty close to home to me because I've known a few people that have been affected by mass shootings. One, my brother's a police officer. When they had a mass shooting in Las Vegas.
Oh, the shooting of the guy at the Mandalay Bay.
I can track me and my brother. We can track each other. We can see each other and see where each other's at. So, I'm at work and about to wrap up, and I see, all these alerts start coming through. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And then I see Vegas, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I get off where I'm going to my car, and I'm looking to check my brother. I can't get hold of him. And I see him right in the middle of all that craziness. And I see that there was some country concert, mass shooter. They don't know where so many people killed, this and that. I think that was the first time where it was the closest to me where I was like, wow, it's just. Well, that wasn't the first time. One of my ex that I had knew, her sister was part of in Omaha. She had worked at the mall that had in Omaha, Nebraska, that had a mass shooting in the mall. She survived that, but unfortunately, she ended up passing away years later from cancer. So that was the first time. My brother, David, had mentioned Sacramento, and that was recent. And so, my grandfather recently passed away. One of the young guys that had helped me, like he was a caretaker. I immediately thought of him. I was like, yo, let me check on my guy to make sure he's okay. And so I call him. I'm like, yo, bro, you good? There was that shooting last night downtown, but make sure you wasn't down there. He was down there. He was down there. Luckily, he was safe. But it hit really close to home with me on several occasions. I mean, if you heard that list, Stockton, SF, Fresno, Hollister, Bakersfield, of course, Vegas again, Omaha. I lived in Omaha. And, even before that, they because of course it wasn't this year, but the Gilroy Festival is real big out here, and they had a mass shooting at the Gilroy Festival some years back. The only thing that had I wanted to mention that the only good thing about COVID was it put a pause on these mass shootings. That was it.
Kept everybody in the house.
That was the only thing I was like, you know what I haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen nothing about no mass shooting because everybody was inside the house. Once those mandates lifted, it's back to like, it's the norm.
It's back to business as usual.
It's sad. It's sad.
It's back to business as usual. When you brought up,
I'd say it's even hyper because like everyone's going hard on all things of aspects of life after getting out of COVID, we're still in it, but we're getting out of it. And I think I speculate if that being inside for all these things is making people go out and do whatever it is they do even harder and even more now that they have a chance to do it. This being included in that, I speculate.
Yeah, when you sit and think about when you brought up the Vegas shooting, I actually did have a cousin and an aunt that was on the Strip at that time. So when you brought that up, I forgot. But I wasn't affected by it. They were fine.
I had a ton of people that I know were affected because I grew up in Vegas. I had a buddy that was in Vegas. He was in Circus, so he was further down. I'm like, I'm glad you was held up in that trash hotel.
It is trash. It's so
that was the only thing I said. But
man, have you been to Mandalay Bay though, man? My God, that place is beautiful.
Oh no, man!
Caesar's Palace, not bad either.
I stayed in Caesar's. That shit is beautiful as well, man.
My younger brother was working in another hotel. What is it? I can't even think of it. But he was working on the Strip. But he left. He had already left.
What does the hotel start with?
Oh, Planet Hollywood. That's where he was at.
Yeah, right next to Paris.
He was at Planet Hollywood. He was working over there.
Across the street from Cosmo. Hey, man.
It don't matter. Everything. It was crazy, and it was just like I was just like, man. That was a pretty bad feeling because I'm like, I know my brother's presumption. I know my family's there. I'm like, I got a ton of friends there. I'm like, man, I'm just hoping that nobody's over there because it's, I know a lot of black people don't really like country music, but they go to country concerts because them girls be thick.
This nigga is crazy.
Yeah, because they eat fried butter and fried Twinkies and shit at the country concerts.
Man, it's
if we being honest.
But yeah, in terms of being affected, one of my close friends was this was a few years ago, but he was in the Beaverton, Oregon. A guy shot up the community college there, and he's a firefighter. So he's actually a fire jumper. So he jumps out of planes and parachutes into fires and shit like that. And he had to give medical attention to some people, and some people didn't make it. But he was actually shot at. He looked the dude in the eye, and the dude shot at him and obviously didn't hit him and then moved on. But there's that. And then personally, I guess I've never been part of a mass shooting, but that story that I told on the very first podcast, those dudes went out and they shot at 5 other groups of people in the same night. It wasn't this one shooting, but it was a number of shootings in the same night, back to back to back to back. And that didn't get reported because it was as a mass shooting because they were separate incidences and couldn't confirm that it was the same person every time, even though it was the exact same vehicle every time. And so, it's terrifying, and it's the question is it just brings up a lot of questions, and it's interesting that it happened in the Bronx and in New York City, because New York City has really strict gun laws. So you can't own a gun in New York City, unless it's extremely hard to legally get a gun there. And you would think that, well, some argue that, higher gun control equals no mass shootings, and obviously that's not the case. And so I just didn't know about the New York City ones. I'm very surprised by that information. I believe it, but I'm very surprised by it.
So when it came to this last mass shooting, and the story about this one is so crazy because this dude wrote a 180-page manifesto talking about all this racist shit. And then he drove 3 hours it was from where he actually lived to Buffalo. And a story that I heard from I think it was CNN, they interviewed this older guy, and this guy said he talked to the shooter a few hours, I think it was the day before, and they were just having conversations about stuff. And he asked the guy, because the guy was black, if he was going to be there the next day, and he said yeah. It's a super messed up story, man.
Well, the thing you have to think is that we have to remember is that it's really easy to dehumanize these people, because they do monstrous things. But human beings are capable of monstrous shit, and they're not monsters aren't 24/7 monsters. You know what I mean? It's they go to bars, they have conversations. They're not all just completely isolated, individuals and whatnot. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about how you could be talking to someone and the next day they go do something crazy, And, you know, you wonder like, well, why weren't they crazy then? It's because that's not how mental illness works, you know? And so I don't know, I just find that very interesting.
Yeah. It's just tough. You know, you got so many people that want to go out and they want to enjoy. Like being shacked up for 2 years? Like I myself, I loved it. I loved it. I loved quarantine. I love just being.
I was already in quarantine before quarantine started because I was going through, you know, my brother died and there's some depression. So I've been quarantining already from society. So like when it came, I was just like, everybody else has to live it now too.
Yeah,
like,
that's probably
so,
why
you
was talking to me crazy when we was playing 2K, you bitch.
Yeah, well, you know, that and you should play me one-on-one because you're a pussy, but you know, it's whatever. It's fine.
We already talked last week about who the bitch and the pussy, so we're gonna get past that. But
what's up, Ryan Daniel? Appreciate the shout out.
This just shout out City. This is just devastating. It's tough. It's tough watching people go through stuff like that. And for all them people that lost family members, you don't know how many older people that dude just walked up to, shot and killed outside. He shot and killed 3 people outside the grocery store. And something else that was wild as hell that I found out, this motherfucker was live streaming it on Twitch.
Facebook.
A lot of them do that, man. A lot of them they do it on on Twitch. Yeah, that's
he was live streaming on
platform
Twitch.
Everyone uses.
He had a camera on his helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch said they took it down within 2 minutes.
Well, and that's because these dudes, they want to be immortalized. They want people to know that they did it. Like, you know, dudes that really don't want to get caught, I have a feeling don't get caught. Like, you know, I think there's a part of these people that want to be, because they want their manifesto read. They want to get their word out there. And this is their completely misaligned way of doing that. You know, I think that that doesn't surprise me.
Wait, say that again?
I'm saying that these dudes want to be immortalized. They want people. That dude didn't write an 100-page manifesto for him. He wrote it so that people would read it.
He did it for his white family. He did it for his white culture.
And, you know, and I mean, it's insane. I do remember the dude in Brooklyn, which is the equal but opposite, the black guy that went around shooting, he also wrote a manifesto. Although, let's be real, 99% of these dudes are white dudes. Just put that out there.
The black person, hey.
Yo, so the black guy was the one, the train station, right?
In Brooklyn. Yeah, the train station.
Okay. He wrote a manifesto.
He also wrote a manifesto.
You know that he was from Wisconsin?
Did not.
I believe it.
It's crazy. I
think all these guys probably write a manifesto. I think there seems to be a commonality of wanting to get caught, even though, you know, what's crazy is that there's been all these shootings, and if you hadn't brought this up, I wouldn't know that there'd been those shootings. You know what I mean? So the point is that it's not achieving the goals. If you hear this and you think it's going to get you immortalized, it's not, because people forget real easily. So I think that, I don't know the motivations.
It's more about their 15 minutes of fame. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because now, if you think about it, there's so many mass shootings. Nobody, it just
right.
Like
you can't keep up. Nobody knows.
Because
they got more mass shooters than they got Starbucks.
Facts. Got more mass shooters than other changes.
That's not a good thing. But I'm like, it's just people. They're trying to. It's not original.
I feel like ones like this one where it's targeted. Like he went in, he wanted to kill black people. He wanted to kill blacks. 10 out of 10 were black. The other 3 that were injured, was it? I know it was 10. I think it was 3 injured. Let me make sure. It was, why the fuck is March popping up?
And not to be morbid or play devil's advocate, that makes more sense than people just do it to anyone. To anyone. Like people who have a target, at least that's somewhat like comprehensible in any form of logic. Like that, okay, they hate black people, that's why they did it. But the shooters that just kill whoever, like that's got to be even, I don't know, that's even more terrifying.
Well, those people are just doing it. Them people are just doing it for no reason. Crazy. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to go kill. I'm about to go kill everybody I see.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, it's. I mean, none of it makes sense. None of it is right. But like, I can logically understand better that, okay, you hate black people, you want to kill black people. That's what you're gonna do. That's wrong. At least that, like, people who just do it to do it, like the Las Vegas shooter, who just shot at whoever. Like, I don't know. It's terrifying.
Remember, you can't be loud. I'm on my podcast.
And that's the thing, it's like you even nowadays, as a black man, I gotta teach my kids about how to act as a black man or as a black woman, and then I gotta teach my kids how to act or how to if they're ever approached by a mass shooting. When does it end?
Yeah, remember, like in school when I growing up, there wasn't no mass shooter drills.
No,
there wasn't, what I mean? There wasn't none of that.
We never did
none of that. There's none of that. And now that it's a standard procedure for all schools.
We had earthquake drills, tornado, fire drills, and
and that was it. Those are the drills you got. Like,
but see, that's the thing. The unfortunate thing is when you're doing these mass shooting drills, the people that are doing these mass shootings are learning about the drills too.
Oh yeah, so they know what people are doing.
It's like what people are doing. But
Sarah's right though, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you can live stream something, when the cops pulled up and saw all them dead people, like I feel like we got to stop wasting time and taxpayers' dollars, and just they're guilty. Like, how a motherfucker gonna kill 10 people and then they're gonna plead not guilty?
So the argument now, I'm not agreeing with this argument necessarily, but the argument is to study them, to study why they do it and what psychological traits they have that maybe can be identified in some sort of formula.
Study that goofy ass in prison.
I think this kid had threatened to shoot up his school prior. The kid that killed all those
I'm not saying that's the right reason. I mean, if he's holding a gun, you just shot some people, just drop him. Like, I completely understand that. But like, it's there is something to be said, I guess, for like the reason they study serial killers and shit. It's to try to understand, and the effort isn't to try to understand so we can make logic of it. It's to try to be able to prevent it. Thank you.
This is definitely what the world's coming to. But I will say, if this shooter shot and killed 10 white folk, and he was black, they would have shot him.
Like in Brooklyn?
They would have shot him on sight. No, they didn't. But in Brooklyn,
train station
after
guy
the
didn't
train
shoot him.
station, that was a bomb, wasn't it? No, he didn't shoot.
He pulled out his pistol and shot a bunch of people on the subway in the train station, and then they still arrested him. They didn't shoot him.
Yeah, but I'm speaking in the realms of they didn't find the train shooter guy in the act, is what I'm saying.
Yes, they did. They did. They did.
No, they didn't. He was in another portion of New York after they came and got him. He was not at the train station still. He was gone. That's how they found his gun in a trash can. They found his clothes that he was wearing in a trash can. He was gone. They didn't find him in the act. And I'm just saying, if there was a black guy shooting white people and shot and killed 10 of them, and he was still in the act, I don't believe that he would have been taken in. I think he would have got shot and killed. That's just me.
It's quite possible. I mean, that's probably a fair speculation.
Yeah, you can go into a house that's getting built and just look at it and try and figure out how the looks of an unbuilt house is, and you can walk outside and get shot and killed by 3 random people trying to act like they the police.
So I've always been like, my mind has always thought, like, if more people carried guns and these mass shootings start,
No,
would you be able to detain that quick? If you see somebody mass shooting, and there's several people that got guns, and they just all start shooting them and kill them and neutralize the threat before the police even get there, what happens?
So there's evidence on both sides. There's evidence on both sides of that, because there was a guy who tried to shoot up a church in Texas, and there was a video of it, and an old dude pulled out his gun and shot him like from across the church. It was a fairly impressive shot, and he stopped it before it even happened. But the problem is, with more people carrying guns, you have more accidental white people getting scared and doing some stupid shit. You know, you're gonna have more instances of that, I would say. So there's good and bad on both sides of the argument, I would say. Yeah. For example, like there was a guy who, he shot a dude because like he took the dude's parking spot and the guy like yelled at him, so he shot him. And because he had his concealed carry with him and he felt scared, quote unquote. Now he went to jail for murder, thank God. But like, you know what I mean? You're gonna have more of that, I feel like. And I mean, I carry a gun. Like I'm not against guns. I just think that they're like in Washington State, you can get a concealed carry firearm permit same day with no training, no nothing. They take your fingerprints and then they give you the license and then you can just carry it. And that
same day?
Same day.
Wow.
And so like, and I know because I have one. And like, when I got it, I was like, so y'all don't want to wait? Y'all don't want to like say like, I'm in my mind, I'm like, y'all want to check out my shit or like, see if I'm fucking crazy, but they just gave it to me. And
sometimes video is not enough, Saint.
There's been plenty of time where, remember the old boy that got choked out? Remember when
George Floyd?
Yeah, Floyd.
You talking about the big guy in Louisiana?
Was selling cigarettes.
Yeah.
In New Jersey?
That's what I'm saying. Video is not enough all the time. Even if there's video, it's not enough to put these guys away. They might get a little slap on the wrist, like,
They don't put y'all through a background check to get a fucking concealed.
No. They put you through they take your stuff and they put you through a background check, but it's same day.
Oh,
like they check you.
Man.
Yeah, like they take your fingerprints. They took my fingerprints. They ran my shit, and then they gave it to me the same day.
Mm. Yeah, you gotta watch.
They let y'all buy the gun and the bullets in the same visit.
Well, yeah, they do. You can buy no. You can't buy a gun the same day in Washington State. I don't know about other places, but you can get your concealed carry permit. You can get a permit.
Nah, California.
California, you definitely can. California's got some of the most strict gun laws, which doesn't prevent anything, but it's still got some of the most strict gun laws out there.
So you can't go to a gun store and just purchase a gun.
No.
So now, what the fuck is
people
the point
do
of
to
the
get around that? Well, the point. Well, it's a 2-way. So, like for me, like the last time I bought a gun, there was a 2-week waiting period between when I purchased it and when I could pick it up.
You sound like somebody that have guns.
Oh yeah,
in California, there's you go in, they have you do this test, and then there's a waiting period to where you can actually get the gun. You pick it up.
Yeah, there's not even a test in Washington though. It's just a background check.
No, they do background checks and tests. Yeah, so that's crazy. But.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, you got to go through a whole course.
Now, here's the thing about having a concealed carry permit though. If you do, you can skip. It shortens your waiting period to. I believe it's 3 days. Like if you have your concealed carry permit, which is very easy to obtain, you can then have a shorter waiting period when you purchase a firearm from then on. So it's 3 days instead of 2 weeks.
I think Cali, you can't purchase more than 2 weapons a month.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. And you can't have magazines that are over 10 rounds. Those are illegal in California. You can't have. There's
it's definitely not going to end anytime soon.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Like, I would say to answer Saint's question even more though. Personally, there have been 2 situations in my life where if I didn't have a gun, I think I'd be dead. But those are very rare and very unique situations that I don't know apply to the general mass public. But I do, I will admit, I don't feel as safe going out without my concealed carry, and that's just probably being neurotic or PTSD or whatever. But it's and I've been a victim of gun violence, so it's something that personally, I want for me, but I don't want for everyone else. Like that's not fair. That's not the way things should work. But I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
They need to do extensive background checks. I mean, like they got to do I feel like they should do when with job interviews, you got references.
Right.
Let's see your references. Let me call and
now here's a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say character references.
Here's the thing about that though. Here's the thing about that though. Do you really want the government who can't do you really want the government deciding whether or not you, based on what random people say about you on the internet or on, you know what I mean?
Well,
character references.
I'm saying just like a job, you get to choose them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess that's fair. But I guess it's just the fear of some especially more right-wing gun people or whatever, which I don't believe. I believe in mental health background checks, but
you definitely have to have mental health background checks. I feel like you got to do more.
Which we don't have, by the way. We don't have mental health background checks.
You got to look into family background, family history, family criminal backgrounds.
But then what's the statute? I guess the problem becomes what's the statute for saying no?
We got less than a minute.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I definitely saw that.
This is a good topic.
This is a real good topic. We gotta take a quick intermission. Cheap nigga shit. And we'll be back in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
All right. We could go on. We could go on about that topic for a while. I don't. We already 40 some minutes in. We got other stuff to talk about. If we could, maybe one of these days we'll donate just one day talking about social topics. But there's a lot. There's a lot going on in sports to not talk about some things that happened over the weekend. First thing, so next topic I want to talk about is the bigger disappointment when it came to the Bucks or the Suns. I'll let you go first, Saint.
Thank you, sir. For me, I think it was. I feel like it was the Suns. The Bucks. They didn't have one key piece. Middleton, a lot of the other guys stepped up, in my opinion. But the Suns were the favorite, and there's no excuse for what happened. They were just, between all the they got the veterans, they got the young. Aiden was unstoppable. Devin Booker, unstoppable. And really, if you think about it, their opponents only had pretty much one person that was leading the charge. And kudos to him. Kudos. Because Luka is a beast. He's a beast. But, yeah. You know, like I said, the Bucks. You know, I know that's
Deer down.
That's Lakers. Yeah, that's Lakers team. But you know, I'm not surprised. They should have gone that far. To be honest, they was overrated. They was overrated.
This nigga just talking now. He's a fucking Pelicans fan. I'm not going to take anything you got to say.
Hey, but from last week, you ain't no Milwaukee fan, so why you getting all of your fans?
Nah, you're not going to disrespect, bro.
Should I pull it up? Hold up. Let me change my.
Do it.
You know
do
I
it.
ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you're not going to disrespect. You can't. I accept good talk, but you ain't going to disrespect the Bucks. You're not going to disrespect Giannis like that.
Giannis is a great player.
Because to say the Bucks are overrated.
And Middleton might, if they make it to the Eastern Final, like Middleton might not even play. Like he has a grade 2 sprain in his knee.
Bro, Giannis is a great player. Giannis is right now the best player in the league, in the world. He's the best player. But that's it.
You know, it's because they lost DiVincenzo. That's really why the Bucks went downhill. Because they lost DiVincenzo.
You know how many players we lost?
That's what exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why are you so?
But they still not overrated,
bro. They lucky they got as far as they did. They should have been out.
What?
Get rid of them. Take out the trash. I'm just saying.
No, I think you're just saying that to say that. Like,
no, I'm not. I like the Bucks. My girl does not like the Bucks. My girl does not like Giannis Antetokounmpo at all, and I don't understand why.
Why? What is her argument?
She said he's not a.
Hold on, put her on the podcast. Put her on the line. I want to hear this argument.
Kick my butt. Absolutely not. Deer down exactly, but no.
Yeah, you're just not gonna disrespect, bro. And that's all I got to say about that. You're not gonna disrespect.
What do y'all got to say about it? Who was the most?
It definitely was the Suns,
right?
Especially going out how they went out. They had 27 points at halftime. Luka had the same amount of points they had at halftime. That says a lot. I don't understand it. The Suns were almost down at 1 point, 50 points that game? 50? That's just embarrassing. That was terrible.
But I think it also speaks to like Luka Doncic and how bad he wants it. You know what I mean? Like I think you can't. I don't find it surprising because like I don't know. I expected the Mavericks to be far more dominant than they were against the Suns. Like the whole series.
Suns should have swept them. The Suns are the best team. Best regular season team. They won 64 games. They got their whole team was healthy. Like the Mavs don't have Tim Hardaway. They don't have
Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway Jr. They don't have Tim Hardaway. And
gotta add that junior in there because Tim Hardaway ain't been playing for years.
Oh yeah. Anyway, they ain't got Tim Hardaway Jr. and they beat them like that. 3 players without what Jalen Brunson had 30. No, he had 20. 24 or 25. But Luka and Spencer Dinwiddie had over 30.
I mean, okay, I could see, that is pretty surprising.
Hey, Dinwiddie, don't talk about Dinwiddie. That man
he showed up.
Helped me get a chip.
He showed up, man. Like I don't know what Luka Doncic gave.
You already know what I was gonna say.
Spencer been turning up since he left Brooklyn. Well, he went crazy in Brooklyn. Saint, shut up, Saint.
Dinwiddie helped me win the championship. Go ahead, Laker. You don't want to say it, but that's okay. I won the check.
Your fantasy league?
Yes, that your boy GMS Podcast held, and I got the dub. the chip.
By the way, I just like to put on to the crowd that like they let me in that league with like what the worst I didn't get to draft my team.
That's your fault.
How's that my fault? You asked me to join.
I didn't ask you nothing. That was him. I didn't ask you nothing.
Oh, just throw me out there, huh, bitch?
I didn't ask you nothing. Thank you for your contributions. Maybe next year.
Oh, yeah, I'm not losing next year.
There's always next year.
Because I'm going to rig the draft.
See, all right. Look at wow.
I'm drafting all my players in the first round. First round is me.
They all gonna get hurt. Nah.
Yeah. But it's definitely the Suns. It's definitely the Suns.
And why?
Did I not tell you why?
No, I don't know. I didn't know if
Luka,
you guys finished up.
They didn't have Tim Hardaway Jr.
Okay.
They allowed 3 players to score damn near 30. And once again, one of those players was Spencer Dinwiddie.
But you better stop talking about Spencer like that. That man was going on.
And do you know the squad the Suns got? The Suns got Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges. They got Cam Johnson.
But you know what they don't got?
A win.
Hard.
Did you not see that team make it to the finals last year?
We ain't talking about last year. This is this year.
You can't talk about not having Hart, and they made it to the finals last year.
Bruh, did you see that when the way he was talking? Everybody in social media saw it. There was like the way he was talking about Game 7. He seemed nervous.
Who are you talking about?
Devin Booker seemed nervous.
Man,
but he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do the Game 7," you know. Yeah, bro, you seemed nervous. You were scared. You wasn't ready for the challenge.
But
Dallas had nothing to lose, and they came out and they handled their business.
Neither one of them had anything to lose.
Ooh, Suns didn't have nothing to lose,
bro.
I'm waiting.
They both had nothing to lose. They both got damn near to the Western Conference Finals.
The Suns had everything to lose because they was the favorite. They should have won. It should be
okay. So the Mavs had nothing to lose, huh? So bro, you suspect that the Mavs are going to be able to make it to the Western Conference Finals every year?
No, that's why they don't have nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. So shut up. You right.
Okay.
Shut up. You right.
You right. I still don't think the Suns had nothing to lose, really, because if I was a Suns GM, if I was James Jones, I'm hopping on the call and I'm trading CP3 if he don't retire to the Lakers. Give me Russ.
You know who else is retired? The Lakers. As an organization. Look at his face. And on that note, I'm going to be right back. But I'm going to be right back. I just got to refill my drink. Hold up.
He about to go get some chicken from somebody and be smacking in our fucking ears.
Actually, that's a good idea.
David, your turn.
Get your ass off me. I had so many comments. Damn, I was saying at least it's not a restaurant. Like I had so many good jokes. Damn it. But you know, like I don't know. I think that I want to say just because of Giannis, I'd say the Bucks. I mean, the dude's just so powerful, and like I don't know. I think Luka Doncic was an amazing player. Like I expected the Mavs to do that, to be honest. Like you said, I mean, they got to get rid of Chris Paul, the Suns. So just knowing that, like, I don't know. I think it was the Bucks. I was more surprised by the Bucks for sure. And I mean, because they, like you said, they're the most dominant player in the NBA. So you would think that he'd, I don't know, inspire his team at least to do something.
He didn't have his second best player. So how can you say it's the Bucks you were surprised by?
I'm glad I missed that.
How does that make sense?
I mean, I don't know. I just believed in Giannis that much. I also bet on the Bucks to win, so like you know, I lost.
So you throwing emotion in this answer?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Watch the video.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the chicken smacking and the restaurant background noise right now. I'm sorry.
That's racist. He threw out his first racist.
Oh my God.
He did. Okay. Talk about chicken and shit, nigga.
Contextually, it made sense.
Just because we black don't mean we like chicken, David.
That's right, David.
What? Okay, let's go back.
I don't even eat meat, David.
I know you don't, but 30 seconds ago you was like, you're gonna go snack on some chicken.
I do. I love meat, by the way. I love chicken.
I'm glad we clarified that. Well, moving on.
All right, Ryan. So David's answer is bullshit, but we're gonna let him have it. We're gonna stick to the Suns topic right now. And we're going to talk about Chris Paul. Now, since he turned 37, it ain't been looking too good. Did you see that game where he had 8 turnovers?
Wait, and you're still surprised?
Yes. Here we go, Sarah. Baby, don't do that now. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you know that motherfucking chicken be hot. But anyway, wait, did you just say I'm still surprised that he threw 8 turnovers in a game?
Still surprised that he lost.
Yes.
That the Suns lost.
Yes.
But you said you're more.
You sound a little emotional. They
had their full team.
No, but how David is confusing. He said he's surprised that they lost, but then he's more shocked about the Bucks losing than
because
the Suns.
He had money.
No, I didn't say the Suns was surprised by the Suns.
How the fuck you not surprised by the Suns that won 64 games and had all their 37. Players? Okay, and the Bucks have George Hill, and they starting Wesley Matthews. George Hill was guarding Jason Tatum for half the game.
Shut up, you're right.
I'm surprised about that.
I'm going to defer to shut up, you're right. That's the defer to.
Thank you very much. Did y'all watch that game, that Bucks game? They were picking on Brook Lopez that whole game. And I wish I could send you a video to just play to watch how they would pretty much.
Should I try to see if I can find something?
Find something. Find anything where you see them picking on Brook Lopez. The whole game, whoever he was guarding was either in the corner or at the wing. Brook Lopez was just camped in the paint. They would pass to whoever Brook Lopez was guarding, and they would shoot the 3 because he's slow as fuck and he can't contest.
That sounds like a 2K game.
That's just smart though. That's smart. That's smart. I wouldn't have played Brook. Brook was balling though in the beginning of the game, but once he allowed Grant Williams to score 8 or 9 3-point shots because he's not contesting, then you got to take his old ass out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if you can find something like that. David, I'm guessing you didn't watch the game?
I listened to the game. I was playing 2K, but I did not watch the game.
I really thought that the Bucks were going to come back, man.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, to be honest. I didn't watch too much of any of the games. Who was that on Sunday? There are obligations. But when I saw it, I was shocked.
Man. Didn't watch any of the games, huh?
Right, I didn't. That's what happens when you...
That's what happens when you don't like sports.
Oh, okay. Just throw out random fallacies.
You find anything? No. All right. So, like I said, we're going to talk about Chris Paul for a second. Who thinks he's done? David, I can't see you.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I mean,
y'all think he's
going
to retire?
Who's the oldest player to ever play? Who's the oldest player to ever play? Like, how old was the oldest player?
Robert Parrish.
How old is he when he retired? I don't know.
I don't know. He looked old, but he might not have been
Wow.
old.
Wow.
But actually, no. To be honest,
I think it was Jordan.
Vince Carter.
Oh, you're right. It was Vince
I
Carter.
guess the better question is how many
Carter
successful players have played over the age of 35?
Because I know Vince Carter was 43.
He played 22 seasons, I think. So.
And he made that 3 shot in his last game. Was it his very last game they made that fucking full court 3 just to do it?
I think it was actually I don't think it was Vince.
Either way, I guess the more important question
I think it was Nate
Henke. How many successful
Vince,
players have played over the age of 35?
Vince played the most seasons. We don't care how old they were. We talking about how many seasons somebody played. That's what it should be. I'm just saying.
Doesn't everyone almost play? Aren't they correlated? Like how old you are versus how many seasons you played? Like
no.
It's got to be what at a maximum less than like 4.
Robert Parrish was 43.
I'm saying
that's the same age as Vince Carter.
Arvydas Sabonis was the oldest rookie.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, Vince Carter and Robert Parrish, they were both 43. Nate Henke was 45. Almost 46.
How many seasons did he play?
Again, I think the most important question is how many people thrive up 35 in the NBA?
It doesn't say.
I mean, people play like LeBron James is over the 35, but I'm saying, but it just, you got to be a legit.
And how many LeBron Jameses are there? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying I think it's going to happen more because of these restricted minutes. It's going to happen more.
Well, that and the sports medicine has gotten way better in the last, even the last decade. I mean, the ability to understand how to train and how to take care of your body.
It doesn't tell me the amount of seasons he played because he played a long time ago. He played when nobody actually knew how to play basketball.
And
so
nobody
he was
knows
probably
who he
ass.
is.
Yeah, he was probably ass.
Short.
No, they probably played in jeans when he played.
And you see how Lakers said, I think it was Hinckley. That man just Googled that. Don't nobody know who that is.
How the fuck I'ma Google something and I just Googled it? Because somebody said Google it. Why you hating? Because I know sports, Saint.
I'm just saying. We're gonna watch
this is my left arm. This is my right hand.
But when you looked at it, he was like, I think it was.
Either way.
It's okay, man. It's okay. My bad for calling y'all. My bad.
Why you be hating, you old bitch?
I know. My fault. My bad. I'm sorry. This is your show. My bad.
I looked it up, though.
Man, you guys just argue just to argue.
No, that's like my little brother. I know. Look, I'm looking at you, and I see look. I think it was.
Oh shit! My phone ran out of batteries.
Wait, his phone? This motherfucker about to leave.
It was a Kentucky. Never mind.
Oh,
he was just joking. See, if David could have pulled it off because he ain't on camera. All right,
that's
where
fair.
Was we at? My bad. Where was we at?
So is he done? Y'all say he's done.
I think he's done.
I don't think he signed that contract to not play it.
Oh, how much time he got left?
I think he still got a year or 2 on that contract.
Yeah, but okay, if he stays, does he take a backseat role?
Hell no, he's not taking a back seat.
Why not?
Who is he taking the back seat to?
It don't matter.
Who?
Like Zach Randolph did. He was getting paid $20 million.
Who is going to tell Chris Paul on that team you coming off the bench?
Bro, he don't even have to come in and play if he just wants to mentor.
I know you're not saying that Cameron Payne gonna be a starter.
Bro, I don't know. They'll pick up somebody. Free agency.
This is why I say the Suns need to trade him to LA for Russ.
Oh, to finally get him to LA when they were supposed to get him to LA, but
but Kobe.
Him.
Yeah, because LA has so many fresh players.
Kobe would have had 8 rings if that happened.
They blocked it.
Kobe would be the greatest player to ever play the game if he had Chris Paul. he would have been compared better than Jordan if he would have got all them rings. Because he would have gotten at least 2 extra with Chris Paul. So I say he would have got 7. 7, and he probably wouldn't have lost he probably wouldn't have lost that ring from Boston if he had Chris Paul.
Okay. Yeah. It didn't happen. So it's hearsay.
It's speculation more than hearsay, but it's whatever.
Yeah, speculation, Saint. Get your words right.
Bro, it don't matter. It didn't happen.
I feel like you're trying to disrespect Kobe right now.
I love Kobe, but
who?
You see who's right here, right?
Yeah, you see who's right here, right?
Look, see, yeah, did the same thing.
Hey, I gotta change the camera shit. What you sipping on, Saint?
I got some water. Just trying to hydrate.
So y'all think he's retiring? That's crazy.
No, man, no, hold on. You had a bottle of water, and then before that, you were sipping out of a cup.
Yeah,
so
hey,
bro,
you need that much water?
Stop trying.
I already know.
Stop hating.
Y'all hear what Pat Bev said earlier?
Yes. What'd he say?
He said a lot.
Hold up, should we pull it up?
Pull it up. He said a lot. He said Chris Paul is a cone when it comes to the defensive end.
You called him a what?
A cone defender.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me share it. I got it up. Wait. Let's see.
Oh shit! I pressed the wrong button.
Allow me to share the screen. All right, there we go. Share my audio. Share sound.
Ain't nobody worried about Chris Paul when he played Phoenix Suns. Nobody in the NBA.
Well, what did I just say, though?
And I'm just letting you know how NBA players feel and think.
I believe you, but what I'm saying
He's
is...
finessed the game to a point where he gets all the petty calls, all the swipe throughs at the end. I mean, this guy is out, man. We gonna be honest? We want to be really honest?
Yes.
He should have fouled out. He should have fouled out. The last game, too. You see the replay against Brunson, hit him on the shoulder, hit him in the mouth, ref don't call anything. If that's me, review it. Flagrant 1. If that's him, they don't call it. So let's not get it twisted, man. He should have fouled out. He can't guard. He literally can't guard.
He can't guard.
Yeah.
He can't. Chris Paul can't guard anybody? Is that what you say?
Did you see that? No, he can't. Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. No. I don't know that. I haven't heard anybody tell me that.
Because you haven't suited up. You know, guys don't like to tell you all the truth. You know that. Because they scared. They scared what you going to take with it.
No, he's right about that. They will lie.
I don't care.
He's honest. They will lie. That is true. He's not lying about that.
Man, CP can't guard nobody, man. Everybody in the NBA know that. Everybody know that.
Can't guard anybody.
What we call them? Cone. You know what you do with cones? Like when in the summertime, you got a cone. You make a move. What does the cone do?
Stay still.
Exactly. Stop playing, man. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that. It's just y'all don't want to accept it because.
No, I don't accept that.
No.
I'm saying again, if you're taller than them, you can shoot over him. Obviously, that's
but
an
give
issue.
him the Ben Simmons slander. Give him the PG 13 slander. Give him the slander that you give everybody. Come on, Steve. Ain't nobody worried about Chris Paul.
He just sounds like he's mad that he ain't Chris Paul. Like that's what he's saying. He just sounds like he's jealous.
Right, that part.
Well, you remember last year in the finals what he did, right? Do y'all remember?
Who?
What Patrick Beverley did? What he did to Chris Paul?
I don't know, but Patrick Beverley
him in the back.
But it don't matter. Patrick Beverley, he's mad because he's not. Who's a better player, Patrick Beverley or Chris Paul?
Is this even a fucking question?
Who would you want on your team?
Chris Paul.
So while we've been watching this, he's trying to, and he waited.
He just sounded pissed.
He waited until after they got kicked out of the playoffs to say that stuff.
Well, that's
true.
That's what they all do. They wait and then But there was some NBA players that started talking and voicing their opinions. You see what Dame said?
Oh, do I got to pull that up?
No, I got it right in front of me. He said, bro on TV acting like his word is law. Speaking on private convos, because at one point during the conversation he was having with Stephen A., he brought up a conversation he had with Paul George the night before. So bringing up private convos and preying on motherfuckers' downfalls. This weird behavior, SMH, ain't got a horse in the race. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah, he do sound angry, Alto. I hear that. He do sound angry. He sound like a hater. Y'all can have a conversation about it. Like, I'm like,
Dame also posted something that showed a picture and it said Patrick Beverley has averaged 11 points, 4 assists, and 3.2 rebounds in 6 games in NBA playoffs. And then Dame said, because nobody's guarding this man. Like damn. Man.
Hey,
that's better than the cone for sure. That's fucking great.
Man. See, I really ain't taking a lot of what Patrick Beverley said serious. I can't take it serious. It don't make no sense.
Because it's Patrick Beverley.
Doesn't it?
Even if that was true, he ain't the first player that don't play no defense in the NBA.
That's facts. Shit, James Harden never played defense.
James Harden, Carmelo, no defense.
Melo never played. You're right. Never. That Cone comment was funny as hell. I can't say that. Cone defense.
They be putting up buckets.
Yeah, but that Dame comment, that Dame reply was even funnier.
But why did our coaches, when we were younger, make us do drills around cones?
Because you have to practice doing a move around like a specific spot on the court.
Because they wanted you to practice
spacing?
No. They wanted you to get the basics and the structure of it, so you know how to do it.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of because you're doing you're doing the crossover, whatever it is in between the cone. But I think it's just stupid.
But isn't it to like if you can't do it in front of a fixed spot, how are you going to do it in front of a moving opponent who's defending you? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that just fundamental like practice?
Well, it's kind of hard not to be able to do a dribble move in front of a cone.
That's my point. But if you can't even do that, that's my point. If you can't even do that, how are you supposed to do anything else? I guess it's like basic shit, but fundamentals like wins championships, right?
You're also not playing basketball against cone players.
Right, but my point is if you don't like no sports player starts out doing crazy advanced moves. You start with the fundamentals. And then once you get those down like it's nothing, then you move on. I mean, that's if you're learning anything. From like a musical instrument to whatever.
When I coach,
like, you're learning something.
When I coach, I don't use cones. I put a defender in front of him. Do the move in front of a defender. The defender's going to be in front of you, not a cone.
No, I know, but I think and when you're coaching, you want to focus on one thing.
It's also muscle memory practice.
No, but I'm saying, but if you're coaching, you put a defender, then you got to critique the defender and the offense. So when you're doing,
it all depends on if the coach tells the player to play defense. How
much time we got?
We got around 10 minutes. We good. I don't know. I just don't do cones in practice. I do players in practice.
Oh, good.
That could be why I got 4 undefeated seasons under my belt. But that's rather here nor there. So
wait, in what? Wait. We're in high school? That's a legitimate question. That's not a knock. Like, what, in high school or in college?
No undefeated in high school. Lost one game in 2009.
Oh, that's impressive.
Senior year, they lost one game in 2009. But I'm talking about my coaching career.
Got it.
The fuck you laughing at, Saint?
It's time for a commercial break.
Saint ain't got no championship rings. That's why he feel that way.
No, you're right.
It's all right though, man.
So do you coach high school or do you coach? Where do you coaching?
Well, I coach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade kids.
Oh, okay.
Right before high school.
Tooting his own horn. You say it, Alto. Get on.
Yeah, you got to toot that horn. Ain't nobody else gonna do it.
You sure ain't.
Shit, I gotta put myself out there. Maybe there's some coaching vacancies out here for me.
Yeah. Maybe WNBA. Maybe you can coach Brittany Reiner.
Well, when she comes back, she's gonna be a clone anyway. That ain't gonna be the real Brittany.
Yeah, that's facts. All right,
they cloning her. They definitely cloning her. But anywho, so we all came to the same conclusion that nobody can believe or listen to shit that Patrick Beverley say.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a rare moment. We don't know what to do. We're all in agreement.
That's facts. I'm like, typically David would say some stupid shit. I'd have to come back with an attitude. But
and typically you just still be a bitch about it. Like
this time he actually,
David out here, he pulled up, he got his register. God! He out here getting them.
Anybody can be tough behind a camera without it on.
What?
All right,
that don't even make sense.
Okay, are we taking a break and then come back to start the next topic? Because we only got about 6 minutes left.
No, we're going to just sit and sip a little bit and just talk about random shit.
Yeah, this has been brought to you by Sans Drunk Ass. And
right, this commercial break is brought to you by El Padrino Tequila.
If you're too drunk to read the bottle, you might need to stop.
Well, I'm just telling you, I don't know. I can't pronounce this shit.
Well, can't even see it. Good, they blurring it out. That's the cheap stuff.
Shit. Saint, you're gonna stop disrespecting me like that.
It's been brought to you.
He's really not though. He's really not though. You know that.
It's been brought to you by Ginger Beer. Look, I can't look.
Nah, bro.
Ginger Beer. What the fuck?
Avion. Oh shit. Avion Tequila. Hold on.
Brought to you by 1% Milk.
Hey, David's sponsor is almond milk.
Fuck that. I don't drink no almond milk shit. Fuck that. I drink cow's milk like an adult, sir. And also, it's not almond milk, it's almond juice. You can't call shit milk if it ain't come from an animal. But I digress. I take my milk very seriously.
I can tell. I hope you enjoy that shit.
Almond milk, motherfucker.
I don't drink no fucking real milk. That shit trash.
You're trash.
Hey, when we gonna get some callers?
We can get callers at any time.
So how do they know how to call if there's nothing that
we'd have to let them in the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, or
no,
they would just reach out to the GMS Podcast email address that's on YouTube. I get updated emails all the time. You would just reach out and comment in the comment section, and I'll look up. And
does anybody want to join the podcast and discuss anything? We should open up the floor.
So it's the email address is what is it? GMS Podcast 24@gmail.com.
We got to create a link to say that, hey, maybe put something at the bottom that says if you want to join.
Yeah, we got too much shit to do right now. Okay? Okay?
I'm just saying, rather than wasting everybody's time, hey, if you want to join, that's all you got to do.
That's facts.
I mean, how y'all gonna have time to drink your drinks?
I'm gonna drink my drink either way, brother. Hey, also everybody that's here, right to the left of David, you see our IG and the Twitter. Please, if you have either one of those, go follow us on those pages. We're trying to get that fan base up when it comes to that. Also, like the video on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and hit that follow button. YouTube, subscribe. If you can, share it out. We can't grow if we don't get people to push it out to their people that they know, so their people can come and watch and push it out to their people.
No, you got to do the voice, man. You got to do the voice. Welcome to GMS Podcast. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe, guys. We really need those. Like, you got to.
Welcome to GMS Podcast. Please, when you can, like, share, and subscribe.
Hit the notice.
Right.
Hit
the notification bell on the top right of your screen. Hey, how'd that sound?
Much better. Much better. Very strip club. Very good.
Hey, turn up. All right. So we're going to take this quick intermission. We're going to come back and we're going to get these last couple topics out the way and get y'all on y'all way. Kobe is an all-time great. The greatest of... Don't say it because... This is Jordan. But he is he is top 3. Yeah.
That was a quick retraction.
Oh shit! I did it again. This dude right here, he gonna be top 5 when he retire. And how the fuck did Jokic win MVP?
Yo, why this dude look mad right now?
Well, hold on. How? Like, because of his fucking post game is better than everything? Like, I don't know.
Then look at this dude. This dude is like, please don't miss it.
Well, I bet my house on
David, there is no way that you can say that Joel Embiid should not have won MVP.
I mean, okay, we're gonna have to have that be a whole topic because, like, that's one thing I do have something to say about on that. Like,
okay, yeah, we're gonna take this quick intermission. We shall be back.
cool.
I was going to say something, but I'll save it for the podcast. All right.
I can't wait.
And we back. Yo.
Okay, so go on. Okay, now that we're back, can we talk about this real quick? Jokic had double the amount of assists, 8% better shooting, more points per game, 2 more rebounds per game. So why is he not the MVP?
David, are you the person that runs this podcast?
No, but I'm telling you.
You don't pick the topics, bitch.
But you said it. You the motherfucker brought it up. I'm just
I did bring it
to
up.
it.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Joel Embiid should have been MVP.
That sounds emotional to me.
No. It's just facts.
Not statistic facts.
So when we watched the playoffs and what's good, Chris? And when Joel Embiid went down, how many games did they win? Exactly.
Man, how many?
Shut up. Anywho,
We'll save that topic for another time.
Yeah, that'll be a next topic. Well, that ain't gonna be that'll be a topic for next week. Next, we're gonna get into some NFL. It's been a while since we got into some NFL. What I want to start with, and Saint or Big Al, we're gonna leave the Saints for next week. All right.
All good.
We're gonna leave them for next week. What we want to talk about today is, and I'm gonna actually start deleting these while I'm in here.
Good call.
We're gonna start with biggest surprise wide receiver not signed.
Wait. Instead of deleting them, real quick. Instead of deleting them, just cross them out. Like put the cross through on them or underline them so that we can know what we talked about in past, so we can look it up. Because then that way we could refer back if we ever had to.
All right. Well, thanks for saying that.
Yo,
shit.
look. I'm glad you. I didn't even know this was what we was gonna talk about. I don't even know who's not signed.
Well, we got a list of the receivers that there's a list of 3.
Can you post it up? Put it up there.
What on the screen?
It's Odell. It's
just Odell,
Julio
Julio
T.Y.
Jones, and T.Y. Hilton. Somebody put T.Y. Hilton for some reason.
I did. Okay. I put it in there.
Oh, okay.
Because the Ravens are also considering him against Julio Jones.
You said Julio Jones, T.Y. Hilton,
and Odell. Biggest surprise not signed, and why?
I'll go first. I'd say Julio Jones just because of those 3 people, just specifically. Like Julio Jones is just so dominant when he's healthy. Like it's you know, and I mean I think he can. I don't know. He's just so powerful of a receiver that you can't recreate him. Like you can get other players that can simulate the speed or agility of a Hilton or Odell. Like not as good, but like close. But you can't simulate. It's like you just can't simulate Julio Jones. You can't replace that. That's what I think.
But you can replace Odell.
I think you can get players who more are closer to Odell than you can get to a player who's closer to what Julio Jones can do.
So how the Giants been since Odell left?
Well. Ellie Manning sucks. Ellie Manning. I'm not a Giants fan.
Don't do that.
Dude, I'm not an Ellie Manning fan.
How have the Giants been at the wide receiver position since Odell left?
I don't know because I don't follow the Giants because fuck them.
So Kenny Golladay was going crazy with Matthew Stafford in Detroit. He goes out to New York and it's nothing. My biggest surprise, and I'm going back to coaching this year. You not signed yet, Chris? Well, you are definitely not going to get signed, so I'm sorry. Odell's not going to play this year because of that ACL tear, unless he come back like Adrian Peterson. Because I've seen him on TikTok and he's actually walking around, moving around and shit like that. So, it has to be Julio. They've all been on and off the field. Odell's been on and off. Julio's been on and off. T.Y.'s definitely been on and off. T.Y., I think, only played like 4 or 5 games last year. He came back late as fuck. If there's an opportunity for Odell to play, I would say because of what Odell did in L.A. at the end of the year, that I would be most surprised that he is not signed to a team. But if he's not coming back, I would have to go with Julio because T.Y. is he's at the end now. I don't even think that T.Y. is going to actually even sign a deal.
I mean, the Ravens are heavily considering him still, or maybe they're just using that for contract negotiation for Julio Jones.
With Julio.
Yeah.
Well, AJ Green is younger as well. So and AJ Green's been hella injured too. Well, how old is AJ Green? Let me make sure I'm saying some right shit before. AJ Green he's 33. I feel like Julio's damn near the same age, but Julio he look old as fuck.
You said
they're the same age. No, AJ is older. Damn, that's crazy.
Does T.Y. Hilton, he won a chip, right?
Who? Hell no.
He didn't win a chip?
No. He wasn't playing with Peyton.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. The only person that I'm surprised is Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham just got a chip.
Mm-hmm.
Julio Jones, he's up there in age. As long as Odell Beckham could get his stuff together, he might be a factor.
But like, I think the allure of a healthy Julio Jones is it's like, okay, in their primes, who would you guys take? Like if you could have prime time either player, would you take Odell over Julio Jones?
Odell.
I think.
Really?
I'm taking Odell.
Julio Jones. Why?
I'm taking Odell.
I would say Julio because he's more consistent.
How is Odell not consistent? Odell was catching passes from Eli Manning.
Yeah, but Julio Jones.
Man. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Now we to the Odell disrespect now. Odell had passes being thrown at him.
Okay, if he wasn't what?
Odell was getting passes thrown at him by fucking Eli Manning.
Oh, Ellie Manning.
Eli Manning. And do we gotta look at his numbers? Stats with Eli Manning when he was in New York. All right, his rookie year, he had 91 receptions in his rookie year, and he only played in 12 games. 1,300
Yeah, but remember who their running back was?
Who gives a fuck who their running back is?
And it makes sense if they're a run team.
Who was their running back?
That's facts, Mello. That's facts. Julio did have a longer prime than Odell. You're right.
Answer the question. Who was their running back?
I have to look it up.
It's like, are you serious? Odell getting passes from Eli Manning. 91 receptions his rookie year. 96 his second year. Over 1,300 yards both years. Then his next year, 101 receptions for over 1,300 yards. Like, don't play with Odell, bro. And he's catching passes. What
year did they lose the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl?
That wasn't with Odell.
Okay.
Like, stop disrespecting Odell, man. That Odell slander is fucking ridiculous, bro. Catching passes from Eli Manning, man. Who would you rather have at quarterback? Are you serious? Come on, Chris. Come on.
Who are the options?
Answer the question. He said
Eli or Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan, of course.
Matt Ryan. Obviously Matt Ryan.
And who had Matt Ryan?
The Falcons.
And who played for the Falcons?
Julio Jones.
Like, come on, man. Let me look at Julio's numbers. This shit is fucking ridiculous, man. Y'all be killing me with that shit. Julio's rookie year, 54 receptions. His second year, 79 receptions. It took him, 4 years to finally get his groove. Odell was doing this shit from the moment he got into the league, catching passes from Eli Manning. Eli. And if we're gonna talk about quarterbacks, he went from Eli Manning to Baker Mayfield.
But the thing you gotta look at when you look at
like I was saying though, but when you look at Julio Jones' stats, but when you look at their dominant years, what 1,800, 1,700, like Odell never even hit those numbers.
Look, for
What
me,
do you mean? Odell hit 1,400, almost 1,500 yards.
And Julio Jones hit 18 and
with
17.
Matt Ryan. Odell had fucking Eli. What the fuck are you talking about? A pass heavy offense.
He also peaked way quicker. His best year was his third year. Odell Beckham's best year was his third year. His third year, and then he hadn't hit stats since his third year. He has not had the same stats since his third year.
He was catching passes from Eli Manning.
He hasn't had the same stats since his third year.
And then he went to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield couldn't pass the ball.
Baker Mayfield's not a bad quarterback.
What? His dad made a 13-minute video showing Odell wide open and Baker not passing the ball. Stop disrespecting Odell. And he's been in run-heavy offenses his whole career. And then Julio is in a pass-heavy offense every year besides last year. And you're surprised. You're making it seem like this is just miraculous. No, this is what he's supposed to do. He's in a pass-heavy offense. You go from playing with Eli and Saquon. I don't even know if he played with Saquon. But then he goes to the Browns and plays with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt with a quarterback that can't read the field.
Julio Jones put up better yards than Odell's best season in his 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th seasons.
And you're not understanding. I don't think your brain is processing this at all.
No, I understand. And also, by the way, the halfback of the Falcons at the time was pretty goddamn good. So I don't know what you're talking about when they're saying
who, Devontae Freeman, who's not in the league anymore.
No, I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of Devontae Freeman, and he's not in the league anymore. So
I'm just saying, like when Odell peaked, you have consistency from Julio Jones for 6 years in a row. Did better than fucking Odell Beckham's numbers ever.
You're not accepting the fact that Odell has always been in a run-heavy offense, and Julio has always been in a pass-heavy offense.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that the Giants had a pretty balanced offense.
With Eli?
Yeah, so who's their running back? Who's their running back? I asked you that.
Goodness, man. I like talking football, but I'd rather talk football with people that actually understand football.
Ooh.
Like, you cannot tell me that a person that plays in a pass-heavy offense should not have better numbers than someone that plays in a balanced offense. You can't say that. And no, Chris, come on, bro. Stop it.
You absolutely can say that, but that's whatever. I mean, also maybe they're a pass-heavy offense because they had Julio Jones.
They have Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan slings the ball around. It's not who you have as wide receiver as to why you would be a pass-heavy offense. It's who you have passing the ball as to why you would be a pass-heavy offense.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, pass-heavy. Because of what? Because of what?
Couch.
Oh, my God. See,
come on, man. You can't say that, Couch.
This is why I say you just can't have these type of conversations with certain people, man. You just can't.
Fuck you, bitch. Like,
you just can't.
I stand by my argument.
You just can't.
6 years in a row, better than any season he's ever had.
So you just can't, man. Sank, you go ahead, bro.
I'm still trying to look up something. Hold on. I think I might have found it. Hold on. Julio Jones versus Odell Beckham comparison. Julio Jones has been in the league since 2011. Odell Beckham 2014.
Why do they not?
It says Julio Jones has 145 games compared to Odell's 96. And they pretty much started the same amount of games as they pretty much, played. Odell Beckham has more rushing yards than Julio Jones. That's right. Pass targets, 1,368. Julio Jones to 880 for Odell Beckham. I think this conversation it will make more sense once they're both retired. But Odell Beckham is right there because receiving touchdowns, he's got 56 to Julio's 61.
And he's played, 4 less years?
Right.
Come on, man. Stop disrespecting Odell. Shit is ridiculous.
Playing
with Eli Manning that had a completion percentage in his and listen to these completion percentages. 48%, 52%. Get the fuck out of here. Look at this garbage ass nigga, Eli Manning. They got the nerve to disrespect Odell. Get the fuck out of here. Shit wild.
His yards per reception. Julio Jones 13.7 to Odell's 12.6. Like I said, you gotta kind of wait till they both retire because it's like, Julio Jones is up, but not by much.
Matt Ryan on average is averaging over.
What did you say? Eli Manning's completion rating percentage was?
I went through multiple years and I gave you his completion percentage.
Yeah, and what were they again?
He had a 48. He had a 52. He had a 54.
Yeah, well, all right. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. And then how about let's look at Mr. Matt Ryan that's averaging damn near 4,000 yards per season on average.
You had Julio Jones.
Oh, here we go.
But typically as time goes on, the players are getting bigger and stronger, and technology is so. They should be able to be better than the previous.
Listen to these completion percentages by Matt Ryan.
66,
67, 65, almost 70%. Odell
and what was Julio Jones's catch percentage? Like, how many drop passes does he have?
I don't think anybody is going to sit down and try and figure that out. I know. But
yeah. I think if Odell Beckham can keep his stuff together,
okay,
and he can stay healthy, and he can
catching percentage 66, 67, 66, 63, 75, 64. So he was passing it to fucking Julio Jones the whole time.
I need permission to show images from your Google Photos account.
Uh-oh.
Just doing my job.
Shut up, bitch. Well, let's. Let's look. Odell Beckham Jr. has a completion percentage of over 65%. If he's talking, he's muted. But I'm just saying, we're going to have to stop disrespecting Odell. That disrespect's got to stop. Like people seem to forget Odell has been placed in shitty positions with shitty quarterbacks his whole career. You know, the only reason that they're saying that Eli is gonna make it to the Hall of Fame because his fucking Super Bowls. Like, if he was just
so Odell has gotten worse as he's
been injured.
And Julio Jones got better.
He's been injured. He's torn his ACL twice.
Well, okay, so he only a couple games he's hit above 50% catch completion, and I'm just saying.
So once again,
Julio Jones had 74.
Again, are we not going to remember who he has passing him the ball?
Bruh,
you have to stop bringing up percentages when you are looking at quarterbacks. He has Baker Mayfield. So bring up his completion percentage while he's been with LA. Bring that up when he's got a good quarterback.
He got worse.
He didn't get worse with LA. He did not. Because he got more.
LA Rams. Let's see. Completion percentage. Where's the statistic? I just had it. 54. Motherfucking like 50, 56.3. When he was with LA Rams, 56.3.
I don't know where you're getting that number, but I'm looking at
2021.
I am looking
LA
at
Rams,
59.3
catch percentage.
I'm looking at 59.3 on NFL.com.
I'm looking at Pro Football Reference.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that, but your number is very off.
No, 56.3 catch percentage. That's what it says.
It doesn't matter.
The point is that he did not do better with the Rams than he did with Eli Manning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he had by average, by 3 points average better.
Yeah. I'm not
You hear that sound? That's the sound of you being fucking wrong.
Right? How many games did you play with the Rams? I'm not wrong. You ask anybody that knows sports, they're going to tell you that a prime Odell with Matt Ryan is going to do what Julio did.
Right. That's why he had less percentage than his rookie year with Eli Manning.
But what are you talking about?
Eli Manning I feel like he is trash.
He's trash. And then you go to Baker.
I feel like he got lucky.
And then you get Baker, and Baker's overthrowing, he's underthrowing, and he's not throwing.
So what happened when he was with the Rams when he was playing?
What do you mean he won a fucking ring?
Oh, but he was hurt, I think.
But he had less stats.
It doesn't matter. He had more targets on the field, though.
Oh, he had Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. What are you talking about? They have so many targets. Like you got to put everything into perspective. You are not. You're just thinking numbers. You're thinking numbers. No, you need to think who's on the field.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying when they did pass it to him, he dropped the ball half the time.
He didn't because he had 59.6.
50. Okay, that's.
I'm not going by Pro Football whatever reference blah blah. I'm going by NFL.com.
56.3. It says 56.3. Are you sure it's not? Are you sure you're not reading it wrong?
I am looking at 59.3 right here, buddy.
56.3. So
59.3.
one of us can't read.
Yeah, well, one of us is on a site that's not NFL.com, so I'm gonna say that you're wrong.
Somebody was asking how many games did he play with the Rams?
He played 8 games with the Rams.
Okay, he did join the team mid-season.
And he had more yards, more touchdowns, more completions, more average yards per game or per catch than he did when he was in Cleveland. So like I said, I don't
but not with Eli Manning. He didn't have better stats than with Eli Manning.
Okay, so Eli Manning is better than Baker Mayfield. Congratulations. That's very hard to do. Baker Mayfield doesn't have a job right now. Like you sitting here talking shit about the Talking about Odell.
I'm not talking shit about Odell.
He's catching passes. He's catching passes from a nigga that's not even in the league right now.
Julio Jones is better.
He can't even get traded to play. Nobody wants him. Nobody. And Odell had to live 3 years with the nigga.
I mean, your argument is that Eli Manning wasn't shit, and he put up those numbers, and then he did
You're talking to a Browns fan. Baker is ass.
All right, would you rather want a 40-plus-year-old Drew Brees or a Mayfield?
I would take Drew Brees right now over Baker. Baker is ass. I sat there watching games. Baker is overthrowing. He's throwing to the wrong targets. He's underthrowing. He's missing niggas wide open up the field. Like he's ass. And you sit here talking to me about Odell's stats while he played with Baker?
Honestly, I wanted to hear you compliment a Saints player.
He's not a Saints player. He's retired.
Well, then let's look at
excuse me, Saints for life. Never disrespect Drew Brees like that.
Yeah, it's like I'm not understanding how he's trying to compare the two, Chris. I'm really not. I'm not. But I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna let him have it.
That's why we got good, healthy.
I wish Justin was in here.
Conversation. We'll be here next week, folks. So stay tuned.
I wish Justin was in here.
Stay tuned.
Cause
good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Yeah, man. We gotta stop. We gotta stop this. We just gotta stop the Odell slander because the quarterbacks he played with, man.
I'm not slandering Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not slandering.
You're pretty much saying he's not up to par with another receiver that had.
I'm just saying Julio Jones is better. I didn't say Odell was shit.
But how can you say he's better though? What are you showing me, and what are you saying that proves that he's better? Just because
he got better as his career went on, he got better. Whereas
Odell came in and was an instant act. No, he got injured. Injuries are a terrible part of the game, David.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate that it happened to him.
But you can't say he digressed because he was injured. No, he was injured. He didn't digress because he just digressed. He was injured. He played less games. He played 4 games in 2017 with the Giants. He played 7, then 6 with 7 with the Browns his first season. He was injured his second season. Then he played 6 with the Browns. Like he's been injured. But when he was not injured, he was a force. He even came back from an injury and had over 1,000 yards. In less game, in 12 games, he had over 1,000 yards with 77 receptions. Like, what we talking about? It seems like you're just bringing numbers up. Like, what facts are you bringing?
That's what you just did, is bring numbers up. It's fine. Whatever, man. We'll just agree to disagree.
Yes, I'm bringing up numbers, and I'm talking about who's on the field. You're strictly talking numbers.
No, I'm not. Okay, it's cool, man. Whatever.
So what have you said that has contradicted you talking numbers?
Bro, I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's what happens when you know you're wrong.
Man, shut the fuck.
So let's go to the next topic. I understand. You don't know what
you don't understand shit. You just don't want to hear. You don't want to listen. So I'm not going.
The comment section don't agree with you. I can tell you that.
I don't give a fuck what the comment section say.
That's right. He don't care.
Yeah, shit. Better start Cam because he sounded sloppy. So next topic, we're gonna end it off with. We're going to make this last topic quick because it looked like we ain't got that much time left, and I don't think we're going to do another intermission. Unless you want to do another intermission. We only got like 7 minutes.
Well, usually we end it by 9 o'clock. So
we'll just make it happen here.
This might be the rapid round.
Yep.
That's it.
This will be the rapid one. And it's a quick question. Who's the favorite to win the NBA Finals?
Who you got, David?
Mavericks.
Yeah, expected that.
Why the Mavericks?
Because Doncic.
Yep, expected that.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck what you expect. That's my goddamn answer. It's the wrap.
I would be surprised.
He said,
I feel like.
Hey, Saint, you see that comment? Kick him right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors. But...
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be the fucking Mavericks. I'm going either. It's either going to be Miami or it's going to be the Warriors.
Warriors got a lot of firepower.
I like Boston though.
Look, who do I want? I want Boston to win. That's what I want to win.
I don't want Boston to win. I never liked Boston.
Me either. But that's who I want to win out of everybody.
Because I told my cousin when I saw Jason Tatum, I told him Jason Tatum's going to be good.
Wait, is the question who we think or who we want?
Who we think?
Oh, probably Warriors.
Oh,
wow. Someone's paying attention.
Yo, that's why I love David, bro. I love David.
Hell yeah. Mavericks. Because of Doncic.
Motherfuckers, it's a speed round. That's a goddamn. You want a quick answer? That's a quick answer. That's who I wanted to win. Who? Probably the Warriors. Probably.
Yeah, that's my pick. The Warriors. I'm sticking with it. I mean, that's what I think is gonna win it.
I'm not feeling that Warriors Mavericks series. I feel like that's gonna be boring. I feel it's gonna be a boring series. That Heat and Celtics series though, that shit about to be fire. That's gonna be a good series.
So who's gonna win that one?
I think Miami's gonna win. Miami's gonna be back in the finals because Jimmy Butler is playing outrageous basketball right now. You see that You see that comment he made when he was going to the locker room?
Wait, what happened? What happened? Like, why you pause?
That's facts, Chris. These about to be some of the lowest scoring games ever. You're gonna see a bunch of T's. I guarantee it, man.
Oh, Draymond gonna have 10 of them.
Nah, but that Celtics and Heat game, them games are gonna be tight. Like, them going to be some of them, like, 90s basketball scores, 68-75. Like, them going to be low. Because you actually going you're going to have people that's going to be all up in Jason Tatum now.
Right. Nobody's shooting 100 3-pointers a game in that series.
Hell no. Because the Heat are so versatile, they can't do it. He said pause. I don't know what he said pause.
What did you say pause about?
Somebody said some suspect shit then.
Uh-oh. He might have saw this.
Oh, I said somebody gonna be all up in Jason Tatum. Then I kind of just started that. That's my bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
Must mean you're gay.
That's on me, man.
He hit him with a pause.
He said pause. All up in Tatum. That's me. That's on me. My bad. I didn't think about it. But that's gonna be a real good series, man. I'm excited for that. They start tomorrow. The draft lottery is tomorrow, right? Okay. Good conversation. Good job.
But what? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. I was trying to comment on the folks on YouTube. What's David's excuse?
Tuesday, May 17th.
So tomorrow.
Yep.
He said, "What's David's excuse?"
No, I'm just curious because I'm trying to comment to.
I was looking it up. I was
Twitch
Googling
and YouTube. I'm trying to be proactive.
And I was trying to look up what it was. Motherfucker, I gave the answer.
Okay.
Well, technically I did because I said it's tomorrow, right?
No, you said it's tomorrow, right? When I said what the date was. Motherfucker, I'm not arguing with you about that. Obviously, I gave you the answer because you responded to it.
Obviously, he knew the answer if he was asking it.
That's facts. I said it's tomorrow, right? And I was.
You said it's tomorrow.
What I say,
Why can't a black
You
man
need a stenographer.
Saying, what did I say?
Why can't a black man be right, David?
Exactly.
That's exactly right. That's exactly why I said that. That's
What's
exactly
so
right.
wrong with a brother being right once in a while?
Yep, you're right. I'm super racist. That's why I'm on this podcast, because I'm like hella racist.
Pause.
Good conversation.
It is.
Good stuff.
So, you said the draft or what?
The draft lottery is tomorrow.
Okay, so who's gonna get it? The number one?
Shit, I don't know. I think Houston gonna get it. I hope OKC get it though.
I mean, I think look, Houston got some young players. They got some athletic players.
Damn, Heat winning 6 over the Warriors. You thinking? I really like the Heat, man. This Heat team is real good. That's gonna be a good series in the finals if we get to see it, because you know how shit been going. Luka might just make it.
Bro, Luka make it if he win it.
And that'll be a good podcast when he does.
Because if he don't, it's not gonna be a good podcast.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, sir.
We definitely not showing up after that. We gonna take a
Right.
week off.
We're gonna be like, so David has been dropped off. He's no longer part of the
Yeah. Get his picture removed off the damn logo. Everything.
You know, that's right. That'll be more hate to fuel me, I guess. Like,
He's gonna come out with his own podcast. They hate me.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna be called.
They hate me podcast.
Yep. And I'm just gonna talk about 2K and how much I hate y'all.
That's right. That's facts. That's okay.
All right. Well,
man,
it's been real with y'all, kicking it with y'all for these 2 hours. Once again,
local bar and give me some chicken wings.
Bro, why do you always look like you just got kicked in the nuts, Saint? Like your face looks good.
This has been a good podcast, kicking it with y'all for 2 hours, man. Once again, if you can follow the IG and the Twitter. Please, subscribe to the channel. Follow if you're on Twitch. Share it out. The most you can do for us right now is getting this podcast out to everybody so they can get it out to everybody they know, so we can grow as a community. So we appreciate it if y'all can take care of that for us. And
we can't kick Dave because he's the only one that know about hockey.
That's facts. And golf.
That is true. I know so much.
Well, I know some golf. Hockey. But we got less than a minute. We out. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. We see y'all next week, same time, 9 Central, 7 Pacific.